Megabass releases the next limited edition Respect Series color. DRT is ready to take cranking into a whole new realm, and a special 3-color limited edition one-time run from Megabass. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined this beautiful Sunday morning by my buddy David. David, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, brother.
And happy Sunday to you guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic June. Crazy to think that we are about to be in July.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe it. This whole year has just flown by. So cheers to all of us for surviving what has turned into being just a crazy but beautiful and fun year. So cheers to you guys. I hope you guys are actually, I hope you're fishing. I hope nobody's watching this video. But if you are, cheers to you. Happy Sunday. Hope everything's going well. A special shout out to CJ and Griff for holding down the fort last week while I was in Japan. As many of you guys know, we had a loss in our family earlier this year, so it was a special week for me to go back. There was birthdays for my niece and my nephew, and just great to spend family time. It was actually the first Father's Day that my dad, myself, and my brother were ever together since we've been adults. So it was a special week, so I appreciate you guys being kind to CJ and Griff, and shout out to them for holding down the fort. But I am back, baby, and I am ready to talk about some super dope stuff. So first, one more beautiful sip to fire up my Sunday. Isn't that good?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
do one more.
Dude,
cheers.
one more, bro.
All right, cheers.
Heck
Cheers
yeah.
to this community. God, this is a fun job.
1,000%.
You get drink beer on Sunday morning and talk about tackle. Oh man, I did something right. Let's jump right into it. You guys saw in the intro, we have 3 special colors that Megabass has run this year. Every year, there's this really stupid fishing show that happens every July here in the US called ICAST. Many of you guys have heard about it. It's turned from being this fantastic, beautiful thing that happened every year into just kind of a joke, trashy show. But that same type of show happens in Japan also. Their kind of ICAST is the Osaka show. That's where most brands use as a launching point. I go every year, bring you guys an episode, show you guys the new stuff. But each year, Megabass does a special color run just to kind of commemorate the year. This year, they did 3 different colors, and in Japan, they made them in the 110 and the 110 Junior. I had to make it in the +1 and the +1 Junior as well, so that we could have the full set. I know a lot of you guys love the +1. So this is a one-time offering. Now, I bought as many as I could. I had them do a big run so that I could try to get enough for you guys. So I hope there's enough to go around on these. But when they're gone, they're gone. They will not be coming back. So I've got 3 colors, and I forgot which order I put them in. Okay, the top color there, that is Fine Art Striped Shiner. In fact, you know what? Let's just mix this up a second, Dave. Let's just take this color out.
We're breaking it out of the box.
Let's have some fun. So Fine Art Striped Shiner, a super sexy color. In my opinion, maybe the best fine art color they've done. It's kind of this really great mix of like a wakasagi and almost like a chartreuse shad. It's got that real faint chartreuse lateral line through it. It's got the transparent back. It's got the semi-pearl belly, so it doesn't go all the way. It's a beautiful natural shad profile. Should be a killer for all of you guys. And again, it's available in the 110 that I have here. It's available in the 110 plus one. It's available in the 110 Junior and the Junior plus one. Now I'm also gonna offer these as sets of 4 as well. So if you know you just want the color and you want one of each, you can just buy the full set of the 4 as well, okay? Now, quick note, while we're on this, and I'm gonna talk about some pricing and some housekeeping things all episode. A lot of brands are taking price increases or restructuring things effective July 1st, okay? Megabass is one of those brands. Now, Megabass actually goes into effect July 5th, okay? So this is the final week of the current pricing. Now, not everything is changing in Megabass. A lot of things are staying the same. 110, for instance, staying $24.99 to $24.99. P5 staying the same. Levante staying. So most items are staying still, but 110 Junior and plus one Juniors are going from $19.99 to $23.99. Okay, so it's a pretty big jump on these 2 baits. So if these speak to you, I would grab them now while I can keep the pricing down. Once July 5th comes, we're all required to jump to the new pricing. Okay, so there's note on that. All right, next color. This is my, I don't know, they're all kind of my favorite, but I think this has become my favorite. This is GG Hasu Red Eye. Now this is a super simple color at first, but when you really start looking at this color, it's bitchin'. So GG Hasu has always been a great color. It's kind of almost got that LZ finish to it, where it really kind of gives you all those kind of lifelike shad sparkles to it. But what I love about this color is you've got the pearl belly, you've got that greenish back, so it gives you all those kind of ghost minnow vibes with a little shine. That red eye hit is just, you know, super sexy. But when you hold this up to the light, it's semi-transparent. So light goes through it. It blends into the water. So if the sun is behind the bait, so if you're casting, if that's the sun, then the fish are here. They're going to see more of a transparent, you know, kind of ghost profile. If the fish is here and the sun's hitting it, they're gonna have a little shinier profile. So what that does is as that bait moves, it just creates this kind of blinking and flashing. It's a great, great color. So again, available in the 110, also gonna be available in the plus one Junior, and the Junior. Okay, so all 4 of those options. All right, and then finally, the third color is a color that comes to us from the ex-Nanahan lineup. This is Sexy Monroe. Now, this is a take on Table Rock Shad, which is a color that I know a lot of you guys, especially a lot of you jerkbait fans, that's a staple in your arsenal. It's kind of a take on that. It's a full transparent color. It's a see-through chartreuse body that goes all the way down through the bottom. It's got a faint orange hit on the belly. It's got the shad down the side, and it's got that kind of purple sparkle back. So you get that kind of chartreuse and purple vibe of Table Rock, but in a really natural pattern. Again, you hold it up to the light and everything goes right through it. It's a beautiful color. So that's available in the 110, the Junior, the plus one, and the plus one Junior. So there you go. 3 limited edition colors is a one-time run. Okay, so when they're gone, they're gone. So if they speak to you, scoop them up. Those are available right now. All right, staying on Megabass and staying on one-time run limited drops, the next Respect Series color drop is here. Okay, so this is Respect Color 78, I believe. This is a dope one, and this one's gonna be a polarizing one. I think guys are gonna love this, and guys are gonna be like, eh. But for me, this one's super cool, okay? Here you go. GG Alien Gold is the color. Dude, it looks so good. It's some of these. Let's just, I'm just gonna play with it. This is a really cool throwback color that they've only made previous to this in a Cyclone crankbait. So it comes from the Cyclone. I'm gonna walk through the color and talk about it. Now, yes, it is a predominantly gold color. It is similar to something like a GG Kinkuro, but it's a slightly different color shift on the sides. They've kind of combined that LZ and GG to create more of a lifelike scale type pattern on the bait. so the fish get different blinking, they get different flashes. It is see-through. So when you hold it up and the sun goes through it, it almost turns like an amber green pumpkin. It's a really interesting color shift when that light goes through it. But what kind of separates this color is the transition from that kind of scale pattern GGLZ to more just the pearlescent gold on the belly. And then that back has that really cool kind of alien-esque head, right? So it's kind of a black sparkle top. It's got that sunken black eye that just looks super, super dope. So this is gonna be a really cool color for a lot of you guys. I realize that gold is one of those colors where it doesn't work everywhere, right? So it's not gonna speak to a lot of you guys that fish like super, super clear water. That's okay. You know, there's lots of colors for that have been released this year. But this is gonna be a great one for early in the morning, late in the day, a little more stained water. Some of those conditions where you need just a little bit more or something slightly different, Alien Gold's gonna be dope. Okay, so I'm gonna walk through all the baits that this is available in so you guys know. Of course, it's always available as a full set as well. So the Ito Vision 110 that I have in my hand, of course, it is available in that. In the Giant Dog X, it looks amazing in the Giant Dog X. So I'm super stoked to have some gold topwater colors. Gold is one of those really fascinating colors that even in clear water, it creates a different flash, a different blink that causes fish to bite. Even if I'm fishing clear water with a spinnerbait, for instance, I really prefer a gold blade or two gold blades, or at least one gold blade, something that creates a little bit of just a different flash. So it's gonna be great in that. It's available in the Pop Max. It's available in the Pop X. It's available in the Mega Dog X. Might be a little too much gold for me and that guy, but I know a lot of you guys really like those larger top waters, so it's available in that one. It's available in the XPod. Now I know as we get further and further away from XPod that more and more of you aren't gonna know what this is. This used to be a core bait in the lineup. Megabass discontinued it, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. And now they only release it in Respect Series drops and special runs. So if you're not familiar with the XPod was always one of my favorite baits in the lineup. It comes like this out of the package as a walking topwater bait. It has 2 larger hooks instead of 3 smaller hooks, which I really like when the fish are committing, right? If you're fishing braid or you're fishing over grass and the fish are eating it, you need a little stronger hook. This is a great way to go. Now it's got that one kind of loud knocking rattle. So it walks brilliantly just like this. Now, the claim to XPod is that it has the adjustable lip on it, okay? So as you move this lip down, it catches more water and can turn into a popper, or you can go all the way down and it will even force the bait to kind of dive subsurface so you can get almost like a wake bait or a just below the surface kind of moving bait. So it's a really fun bait, a really cool bait. It's a really neat concept. Megabass was one of the first ones to kind of introduce this kind of adjustable system. I pretty much just throw it like that though. I'm boring, okay? But it's an amazing just walking topwater bait, even if you don't want to mess with that lip. All right, super stoked to see the ORC come back into Respect. This is a fantastic wake bait, probably one of the best wakes on the market. It's got that nice kind of one knock, really easy bait to use. It's available in the SRX Griffin. Okay, it's available in a Super Z1, which is a really fun bait to have in a Respect series. We don't see this one very often. It's available in the Flap Slap LBO. And it is available in the 110 Junior, in the 110 Junior +1, in the 110 +1. So again, you get the full 4 baits in there. And then it's also available in the Karashi. Okay, now I'm gonna take this out. This one's gonna fly if there's even any left. Okay, so I had them do some extra Karashis this time because they've been flying out of here, but it's the first time that like a true gold has been done in a Karashi. And just with that small body, and again, it's transparent up there, and that sunken black eye, super, super sexy crankbait. Now, while I'm on the Karashi, I get a ton of questions about replacement hooks, right? So this kind of tinsel treble hook back here is very difficult to replace as your tinsel comes off. We had Megabass do a special run of these hooks. We will release those next Sunday, okay? And they'll probably fly out of here. We asked for thousands, we got hundreds, okay? So there won't be a lot to go around, but just keep that in mind if you guys need replacement trebles for your Karashis next Sunday. So there you go. There is the Respect Series color drop from Megabass. That's GG Alien Gold. Those are available now. Okay, since we just ended on Karashi, let's show off 3 new Karashi colors. Now, big restock in Karashi across the board. Earlier this week, if you guys follow us on Instagram, we dropped 3 new colors of Karashi, as well as 3 giant Dog X colors, but the Dog X have sold out. These are Tactical Bass collabs that they did with Megabass to release 3 new colors. Now, eventually these colors will become core in the lineup is the hope, but there's no production scheduled for these at the moment, okay? So replacements or more inventory is gonna be kind of a nightmare on these, but for now, we still have some availability on each color. So I'm gonna take these out just so you guys can see each color and understand what they are. Now, I mentioned the price change for 110 Junior and +1. Karashi is also going to take a price increase starting July 5th. So right now they're $17.99. After July 5th, they are gonna go to $19.99. Okay, so $2 price jump on those, just so you know. So if you need Karashis or wanna scoop any of these up, you guys can still get them at the $17.99. So see-through shad is the first one. So basically a full transparent side. You've got a little pearl belly on there. You've got a little smoky transparent back. You got a little bit of that purple pearl there. Just a touch of kind of a silver flash on the gill, the shad dot. Really clean and natural color. It's gonna be a great one. They're feeding on shad fry, little baby bass, that kind of stuff. So super clean color there. There is a new bluegill pattern, which is dope. I knew this was gonna be in the works and is definitely needed. But this is juvie gill. So it's kind of a semi-transparent, light does cut through it, but for the most part, it's kind of got that almost GG effect on the sides, kind of a purplescent. You've got the good transition to the pearl belly there, and then the darker back. Just a really clean, kind of natural baby gill color. And then you have kind of a brighter color. This is gonna be a great one for kind of sunny days, when you just need a lot of flash, and this is Glitz Shad. Okay, so very similar to an HT Ito Tennessee Shad, but it has more of an LZ side. So it's even shinier. The light does cut through it a little bit, so it is kind of a semi-transparent, but you see just that little chartreuse hit on the back. You have that kind of greenish tone on the back. So that is Glitz Shad. So 3 new colors in the Karashi. Again, the hope is that someday these are just going to be normal colors, but nothing is normal with Karashi right now. So we get them, we sell out of them, and for now this is the only production scheduled for them. So if those speak to you, I'd go ahead and grab those, but those are available now. All right, one more limited drop from Megabass, and these are going to fly. They didn't make near enough of these things, so don't yell at me when they sell out, yell at Megabass. Okay, if you need specific names, you just let me know, and I'll get you specific names, because I literally wanted to buy everything that we got. So, earlier this year, Brandon Polinick won on Lake Okeechobee in the Elite Series, throwing the Big M 4.0. People went crazy over the Big M 4.0. We haven't been able to keep them in stock. So Megabass did a special run of 9 colors to just kind of commemorate his success and to bring us some new options. So, no confirmation yet if these colors are going to remain in the lineup or if this is just kind of a special teasing run. I think Megabass is still trying to figure that out, okay? So, I'm going to do the best I can to keep these in the line because they look unbelievable. And I'm going to try to get them to expand them into the 7.5 and the 2.0 as well, but for now, these are the color. So GP stain reaction looks absolutely ridiculous. Here, look. I mean, bro. Please, Megabass, if you're listening, and I of course they're listening. They're probably drinking beer with me. I need this in a 7.5. Okay. All right, so there you go. GP stain reaction, matte shad. This next one is not a new color, but it was the color that he won on PM Strike Chartreuse. Okay. And this was the other player in his lineup, which was Jakucho shad. Okay, so those are back. Ito Wakasagi. Kasumi Ito. MB Gizzard, which is in the 7.5, but they've never done in the 4.0. Okay, so I don't know why that decision was made that way, but we have it in the 4.0 now. Leggy Bone. And then PMBG. Okay, so PM Bluegill, PMBG, which looks amazing in that bait as well. So there you go, 9 colors in the Big M 4.0, super limited quantities. They're gonna sell out pretty quick, so if those speak to you, I haven't even announced it because I knew they'd get gobbled up, so giving you guys first crack at them, they're available now. All right, let's talk about a man's crankbait. Okay, enough playing with those tiny little Big M's, right? Here's a Big M 7.5. Most of you think this is a big crankbait. It's a good one. Yeah, I throw it a lot. There's also the Blitz Magnum EXDR. I throw it a lot. Great crankbait. Good one. If you're a real man, you're throwing that one. There you go. The official real release of the DRT Police is here. Now, we have had 6 of these 8 colors before, but in ridiculously small quantities, so I wouldn't even consider it an actual full release. This is the first official release here in the US of the Police. So there are 8 colors, and I'll walk through them all with you. Let me take this out of the package so we can get the full extent of the beauty of this bad boy. So, as you saw, it is massive compared to other crankbaits in your lineup. This is a bait that DRT spent years working on and perfecting. DRT, of course, a swim bait brand known for the canine, tiny clash, so on and so forth. So they wanted to take some of that swim bait tech and knowledge that they had, put it into a crankbait, and build something that kind of is a bridge between those two worlds. So this is a over 7-inch crankbait. It's over 3 ounces, okay? And it has a very easy dive depth of 40 feet. Okay, so just on a normal cast and crank down, it's a 40-foot diver. If you guys want to long line this thing and go light on the line, if you're brave, you want to throw it on like 12 pound or 14, you're gonna get it to 50 feet. Okay, so a crazy new tool for probing the depths. Now, rod-wise, you're gonna have to figure that out. Most of us are throwing it on like a softer swim bait rod. Okay, so like your Shad Glide rod, or even the next step up. So like a 8-foot low down heavy would be good. You know, blackjack or casino would be good. You could get away with something like a Mark 56. The longer rod's gonna help you here absorb a lot of that shock. But at 3 ounces, it's gonna be a little too much bait for most deep cranking rods. Okay, so it's too big for like a launcher. Super 711 might be able to handle it. I haven't had it on that rod yet, so I don't know for sure, but just to give you an idea, I know most of you guys probably have a Shad Glide rod or a lighter swim bait rod, but it has 2 tungsten weights that transfer in the back to help you cast it, so it casts great. They shift all the way into the chin to force a very vertical dive depth. There's also 2 different attachments that you can attach your line to. They're just gonna give you different depths. So one's gonna be a more extreme angle, one's gonna be a little bit different angle, so that you can play and have options. This is how it comes. So you're gonna need to attach it with a snap or a snap swivel. If you guys are getting a lot of spiraling out of it, I'd put it on like a snap swivel. Otherwise, just a big split ring or snap will work fine. But there you go. I mean, there's not much more to say. It's a new category of intense deep cranking. I hope you guys have been working out your forearms and your biceps because this is gonna push you, okay? So let's walk through the colors. So Pro Blue is what I have in my hands, okay? So that's the only matte finish of the group. There's HN Shad, which is a supernatural, just a beautiful shad pattern. And I hope they make this in a TK sometime, all right? There's Queen. okay, which is a staple in a lot of the Clash line. There's Biwasagi, which is a really nice natural shad pattern. There's Laser Specs, so to give you more chrome. There's Sexy Shad. There's also a redhead, and I must have forgot to grab the redhead, but you guys know what redhead is. It's a white with a red head. It looks really, really good. And then there is Siren, which is kind of like their reddish, almost like a spawn killer type color. Okay, now as far as availability goes, we actually ordered this large order almost a year ago. Okay, so I get questions every week like, when are classes coming? When are time? The answer is I truly never know. It's always a surprise with DRT, but nothing is fast. Okay, so when these are gone, I would love to say that we'll be able to keep them flowing, but the reality is that this order took a year to come. So I don't know. So if those speak to you and you want to make sure you have them, I would grab them while they're available. $59.99, by the way. So this is also a new realm of pricing for a crankbait. So yes, you're going to be throwing $60 down into 40 or 50 feet. So again, you got to have some muscle, you got to have some balls. You know, it's a whole new category, but I think you guys are really going to love it. And it gives us a new tool that we haven't had before. So I'm excited to really put it to use and see what you guys do with it. So there you go. The DRT Police is available right now. All right, let's jump over to OSP really quick. And not a lot of new stuff this week from OSP, but some restocks that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on that are important for this time of the year. So DoLive Craws come back in a huge way across all sizes, okay? So as you guys know, if you're fans of the DoLive Craw, the 4-inch and 5-inch are really difficult to basically keep around. Okay, they kind of evaporate. OSP doesn't make them very often, so we had them do a special run so we could get pretty much everything back in stock. So things like Cinnamon Purple, Green Pumpkin Magic, your Scuppernong Blues, Green Pumpkins, so on and so forth, all come back. Same with the 3-inch, so all your key colors. We also had them do a special run of kind of an older discontinued color called Impact Blue. Okay, this is a color that a lot of you guys have asked us to bring back. A lot of you guys throw a black and blue jig or a green pumpkin blue jig, kind of an Okeechobee craw. And for some reason, they discontinued this color, so we had them just redo it. It's just basically, it's a really simple kind of blue sparkle color, but it works great on a black and blue or a green pumpkin jig just to give you that little bit of color difference. So those return as well. DoLive sticks are back across the board, 3-inch, 3.5, 4-inch. In all the key colors. This is an amazing summertime free rig bait because it just has a lot of faster action than something like a beaver that kind of has a slower movement to it. So if you guys have been waiting on those also return from OSP. We also see a huge return of the Tiny Blitz DR this week from OSP. This is a favorite for a lot of you guys in the summertime when you need a really small body deep diving bait. If you're not familiar with the Tiny Blitz DR, this is a 1 4/5 inch, so it's 45 millimeters, 7 grams, so it's a 1/4 ounce. It casts really, really great for a bait this size, but it's a bait that even though it's really, really tiny, has the capability of getting down into that 10-foot zone, okay? So I know a lot of you guys fish that 8 to 12-foot range. This is a great one, so a lot of the key colors are back this week in the Tiny Blitz DR, so those are available now. All right, and let's wrap this episode with just some beautiful rod porn, shall we? All right, the return in one model of the Arms Super Leggera from Megabass. Now, it has been a long time, almost a year, since we've talked about the Arms Super Leggera. So if you guys are not familiar with the Arms Super Leggera, this is a rod that Megabass does. They hand make each one of them in Japan, and they're all custom built. Okay, so you as a rod lover can custom build one of these from Megabass. It takes about 18 to 24 months for them to make it. It's a super long process. So what we do is every time blanks become available, I just custom build a bunch of them to specs I know everybody likes and how most people would do it. And they made a model that they have not made in many years. So I was really excited to scoop these up for you guys. So again, I ordered these like a year and a half ago. And finally they are available. So this is a spinning rod, which I know a lot of you guys will be excited about. So there's 3 different options, 3 different kind of color options, all in the same model. Okay, this is the Arm Super Leggera 6702 XS. So it's a 6.7 rod. It's a 2 power, so lure rating is up to 1/4 ounce, right? It is a beautiful spinning rod that's got this really kind of nice, fast taper at the top. So this is going to be an amazing rod for you guys that are really into more finesse stuff. So you're into a little Neko rig, a light drop shot. Also going to be a great hover stroll rod, a great mid stroll rod on some of those smaller baits, 3-4 inch stuff. Is going to be an incredible rod for you guys. Okay, now let's talk about it. Of course, you have this incredible handcrafted blank that goes all the way up, that is a combination of different materials, but it's basically all a woven blank, incredibly durable. Okay, so you could take this thing and literally rub it on a chunk of wood or a brick, not going to scratch, so it's going to resist any kind of crushing or scratching. We have them do a dragon on each one. Okay, so the Megabass Dragon is going to come standard on anything that we do, just because dragons are fucking cool. You've got titanium guide train all the way up. You have this custom built grip. Now on the bait casting rods, they're going to come as left hand or right hand grips. On the spinning, they're all universal. Okay, so they're designed to be an ergonomic grip there, to where that high piece kind of fits in your palm and your hands comfortably fold over it. And then basically where the different combination is going to come is you're going to get 3 different versions of grip color and little kind of metal hit here. So this one is a gloss carbon fiber with that little purple hit. It looks sexy, doesn't it?
It looks awesome.
Yeah. Then there is also a matte carbon fiber grip with a little kind of like that light blue hit. Also looks super sexy. So the rest of the rod's gonna be the same, dragon, guides, everything else the same up there. And then the third option, I know there's some boring people, right? Just want it clean. We did a glass carbon with just the kind of gunmetal black hit on there as well. Okay, so 3 different options. Now this is a $1,000 spinning rod, but they are true one-of-a-kind pieces. So if that speaks to you, those are available while supplies last from Megabass. All right, and that is a wrap for today. Now, a couple other housekeeping things on pricing. As I mentioned earlier in the video, July 1st is kind of the tipping point of a lot of these brands. Daiwa new pricing goes into effect July 1st. I posted a video earlier this week. If you haven't seen it and you're curious, you can go through it. I kind of break down the whole product line, talking about the pricing, but their new pricing goes into effect July 1st. It doesn't affect really any of the high-end reels, so stees, exist, all that kind of stuff stay the same. Most of the mid-range reels go up 10, 20 bucks a piece, so not a huge deal, but the biggest thing with the Daiwa pricing is the rods. The rods are going up a lot. And I get it. It's going to be a transition period for them, but you guys have the info. You can decide what to do with it. Z-Man announced price increases July 1st as well. That's going to mainly affect you jackhammer fans. I mean, we're all jackhammer fans. But jackhammers are going to $19.99 to $21.99 now. So your lighter sizes will be 19. Your heavier sizes will be 21. And that's across the jackhammer board. So regular jackhammer, baby jack, stealth, the whole bit, but the entire Z-Man catalog bumps up about 20 to 30%, somewhere in there. And then of course we talked about the Megabass price increases on a lot of their SKUs as well. So it's starting to happen. Raid also is going up July 1st on pretty much across the board. So, you know, I'm gonna do the best I can to bring you guys info so that you guys have it, but there you go. I'm gonna drink now. Oh, so, yeah. David, do you have a favorite item of the day?
It's your rods, bro.
It's hard to beat an arms rod, and that rod is super sexy. I've actually never really spent a lot of time with that rod. I haven't had that rod here while strolling has really been a thing. So that was one of the first rods that we brought in with the Super Leggera when finesse was more like Neko rig and stuff, but Now that shoaling's a big thing, we're always looking for like that perfect rod. And it's difficult with those smaller shoaling baits to have a rod that has the taper that one has. So I'm pretty stoked for that. You know, $1,000 is a lot, but dude, if you're a bougie bitch and you need something super sexy, that's a good one to grab. I love the Respect Series color drop this week. I mean, that sunken black eye, I'm a sucker for, so I'm big on that and stoked to get those 3 Osaka show colors as well. So I'm curious if you guys had a favorite item. I'd love to hear what it is. Of course, if you have questions on anything that we covered today, drop it down below in the comments, or I leave my Instagram handle in the beginning of every episode so you can find me basically 24/7. I'm happy to dive down any rabbit hole, especially if you have rod questions or setup questions. I want to make sure you guys are enjoying your time on the water, so hit me up anytime on Instagram there. So on behalf of myself and David and everybody here at the Hookup Tackle Guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your business. I absolutely love my job. What's not to love?
Oh,
Beer,
yeah.
tackle, cool people. So thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to do this. I will be back next week for a July 4th episode. So buckle up, okay? Got some cool things coming. So until next week, cheers, my friends. David, cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Oh, you did a better job than me. I'm gonna catch up though real quick. All right, cheers, guys. Happy Sunday. See you next week. Peace.